Michael, what are you doing over here? Perlisten?
Which one?
The latest videos, Perlisten home theater.
Yeah. So that was a Perlisten trip. So that was a sponsored trip. So we had I made 2 videos for them. One was a Perlisten home theater tour, and then the other one, which I still have to finish editing, will go live on March the 2nd. Is when we're gonna have that one uploaded to the channel. But that one's a Perlisten Insider. It literally is about an hour and 40. No, yeah, it's either an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes of footage that I have. And that's all talking footage. That's not included any kind of B-roll, which would be on top of that video. But just the actual talking portion with the lead engineer as well as the CEO. Just a really, I think it's going to be a fun video. It'll definitely be just a very interactive. I'm asking questions and it's very conversational. And they're just telling us, where did Perlisten kind of come from? Why another speaker brand? I mean, we got tons of speakers out there. Why would we want to start our own? And just kind of philosophy behind that and kind of what goes into, the Perlisten on the engineering side of it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. It was pretty cool to hear Dan talk about their speakers, and especially like having reviewed one, I got to hear his take on the design and kind of say, oh yeah, I get it now, well, that's cool. Yeah. I love hearing a manufacturer talk about their design, and I would like to do that more, but I just don't. So I was glad that you did.
Yeah. And so, like I said, it's going to be even a longer conversation with Dan as well as the lead engineer there. Or I say lead engineer. I don't know his exact title, but
one of at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah, that's funny. So JTR, and then you're doing Perlisten.
Yeah, we kind of switched.
Right?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
That's funny.
I think somebody asked to compare those. Like, how would you compare those to you? We've mentioned that before.
Yeah, people have asked after the video in the comments, I said, how do they compare? And my immediate answer and this is with any brand, I'm not trying to, make one brand sound better than the other. The reality is you're trying to compare 2 brands in 2 completely different rooms, connected to 2 completely different gear at 2 completely different times. And I personally think that if somebody can make a video on what they hear difference, based off of that, I think they're full of crap, is my opinion. I just don't think you can really do that.
What? That's exactly what I was about to do.
Yeah, well, go for it. I'm just I don't think you can do that. I think you need to have them in the same room about the same time. It doesn't need to be days between listening and comparing. I don't think our audible, and we've talked about this here on the show, our audible memory is not that great. I know there are some people on YouTube that claim that, the speaker that I reviewed 6 months ago, this one sounds like this compared. And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, maybe because it was in your own room, but I don't like doing that because
I agree.
My memory is not that great.
I always say that I don't rely on my memory of how a speaker sounded. Yeah, well, I go back to the data, or I just kind of, if I'm trying to do maybe a comparison based on like emotion or subjectivity, then it's based on like remembering the feeling that I was left with at the time. Like, was I excited about the speaker or was I not? And that's the other thing too that can change. I mean, again, I don't want to pick on the same thing too much, but just because I've had them looming over my head for so long, and I feel like, okay, now I've actually got to do the review because I've had them for too long. Yeah. If I'd have done it a month ago, my mindset would have been different. But now it's like starting to get to where it's becoming like a chore. And so my outlook may be not as positive as it would have been a month or so ago when I was still excited about the newness of them. Right. And that's the problem with all these reviews. I mean, even the Rendall speakers that I've got sitting over here now, I think they're fantastic. But now I'm getting to the point of like, man, I just need to get these out the door. I don't even care about the review anymore. I need to get rid of stuff because I'm tired of looking at boxes.
Or how about when the manufacturer's like, hey, so have you done the review yet? Just wondering if you got them. Are you having any issues? I'm like,
they normally say, do you have any questions? And I'm like, haven't unboxed it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to tell them that.
I'm working on it.
Beginning, I don't you know, it's not going to be my next review. Like I have other reviews, and it's after I get these out, then it's going to be yours next. Like that's just how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
That is. But that's kind of the point I'm making, is that just your mindset of things can also affect how you feel about a speaker. You know, like
for sure, 2
different days apart, you may feel different ways about a speaker. So that's the other problem with trying to do comparisons based on what you think you heard at one time.
Right.